So it's all going to be really good wind rating. It's going to be good hail rating. Um, it's really hard to match the stone though if there's ever a repair needed for some reason.
Yeah.
So that's a bummer. We've had a lot of people. I mean, in Athens too, we had a family friend of mine has a slate roof, and I was like, we can't match that, and he's like, why not? Because it's not from the same quarry.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
it's different than any other. Even with even with cedar shake, you can at least stain it all the same to make it look the same. Not
Yeah.
with slate though.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, I've seen like the videos of guys knocking it out. They got the hammer and they're like
Yep.
knocking the holes in it. It's very very impressive. But yeah, I wonder if it's also just you're talking about historic homes. There's just a lot fewer historic homes in the South than the North for
Yeah,
reasons.
for a
Because of,
lot for a lot of reasons, a lot
for
of
a
good
lot of reasons.
reasons.
Yeah.
But even the ones that want to stay historic, the cost, the income level in the South is so much lower than the North. So the cost to renovate it completely originally is astronomically unaffordable.
Mm.
Spend X amount of dollars and spend probably double that on the renovation or triple that on the renovation just to keep it up to the historical guidelines.
Yeah. Keep it in line. Yeah. Well, talking about pricing, let's talk about these price increases. Is there's like a 5 to 8% price increase coming January 1st, right?
Yeah, it's actually 8 to 10%. So
Eight to 10%.
all the manufacturers are saying they've actually sent us letters, at least in the South, uh, twice this year, and they actually haven't followed through on the price increase. So say, hey, we're having a price increase in 45 days, and they have not increased it.
Why do you
Um,
think that is? Why would they not go through with the price increase?
they're trying to predict market trends, and so they're seeing supply demand issues, and they're seeing things slow down. So they know that if they're trying to move shingles, specifically asphalt shingles. They're trying to move them, sell them from, and the distributors are just, they're not selling them to contractors because contractors are slow. And so we've been really fortunate and blessed this year, but it has not been shingles, asphalt shingles. It's been a lot of metal and just other big jobs in general. So quantity of jobs for us is it's not down, but it's not the growth that we like to see from shingles, where it's just harder and harder to sell roofs. There's a lot of people for the past 24 months for us, maybe 30 months. We've had a lot of estimates go out. People get sticker shock. They get more estimates from other roofing contractors, and then they never do anything. I mean, Cameron and I often compare notes on roofs that we have given proposals to 6, 12, 18 months ago. They've never done their roof. The expectation is, and I think we need to do a better job about it. This is that, like plywood, roofing is going to go down. And look at history, it has never gone down. There's never been a significant decrease in roofing costs for the homeowner. So, um,
Or you think they're just waiting? They were like, oh, it'll be better next
yeah,
year.
yeah, a lot
Yeah.
of people are saying, and it may be their own personal situation. Like we're gonna, have a better, more stable income stream for us, and maybe it'll go down. And we, as contractors, we're not really doing a great job of communicating that it's not going down and it's only going up. I've got a half a dozen as I'm talking, thinking about these roofs that were, $30,000 last year and getting close to 40,000 now, and they haven't done the roof yet. And it's just like they were they're really nice homes, and they're wanting to do, either do financing or not do financing. We need to do a better job about showing and presenting financing options. But if homeowners don't realize that it's not going down anytime soon, they're going to be in bad situations. And it's unfortunate for everyone, but owning a home is the most expensive it's ever been. Not just purchasing it, but actually maintaining it. And so that is something that we have to really help people understand, and start working with lenders. I think that we're needing to start working with mortgage lenders, truthfully. That's actually a bigger picture kind of deal, but we need to get mortgage um, lenders to get on board with construction loans for home improvement projects at the time of sale, because people, it's a more affordable loan for them over time if they just do that versus an unsecured loan from all of our financing partners. So
Roll it into their mortgage.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
what I did when we renovated a 1800s church, and our old home was an 1800s church, had nothing in it. We did everything. It was a construction loan. So it's not the same thing, but we definitely had a budget and we knew what we needed to do. We presented it to a local bank, and the whole process, took a while, but we got it done the way we needed to get it done, so that their loan was secured by
By the
actual
home.
by good collateral,
Yeah.
not a home with a bad roof that's going to leak in a minute. Like that
Mm.
doesn't help the,
It's in the
because then,
bank's best interest to protect the asset that
oh
they
yeah,
are
you would
collateralizing.
think they I think that if banks were paying attention to this, they would start doing that, because of property values go up so much now that there is equity in the home. So they should take, however they want to, I'm not a loan officer, but however they want to do this, they should do that. They should have a really good assessment of the home. If it needs new paint, new siding, windows, whatever it is, protect the value of the home, because the home is going to end up falling apart. And then you know, their homeowner is going to foreclose because they can't afford to take care of it. The HVAC is broken. And all those things are a risk for lenders right now.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, going back to the pricing, what so I've been watching some of Dimitri's videos talking about the his thoughts on the price increases. And so his main he is arguing that there's something essentially unethical going on.
Yeah.
Specifically because you never see the price come down. What are your thoughts on that? Like the price of asphalt come down?
I try to be diplomatic about this, thinking about from their perspective, but it's pretty clear for years and years and years that the seven major manufacturers they're colluding there, because the it's one thing if they all had price increases around the same time, which is true, but it's another thing if they're the exact same percentage.
Oh,
Uh,
they're all doing the exact same thing
exact same. Like it's not
at the
like this
same
one's
time.
2%, this one's 3%, this one's 5%. It's the same.
Yeah.
And so
They're not
that tells
competing, you don't think? Like
I mean,
they're
they are competing, but it's who can market better,
they're
who
certainly
can.
not competing on price.
They are competing on price as well, but it's really about like how well can their contractor programs serve the contractor